Good afternoon, I'm Gurpreet Singh and welcome to the 2pm Solent Sports News Bulletin. We begin with football and Southampton return to Premier League action this weekend as they travel to a big rival tomorrow. Liverpool is the destination on Saturday and it could be a feisty affair considering the recent rivalry between the two. Many of Southampton's stars have been poached by Liverpool in the last few years and Saints will be out for revenge and 3 points tomorrow. However, it may not be just 3 points Liverpool could take from Southampton after this weekend. Centre-back Virgil van Dijk had tried to force a move to Anfield in the summer, but his club managed to keep hold of the Dutchman. Saints boss Maurizio Pellegrino admits Virgil van Dijk's future at St Mary's is still uncertain.
We got a lot of players that are important. Most of the club in the world want a lot of players from our club. Virgil is one of these, but we had to be focused in our job.
Elsewhere in the Premier League, Tottenham will be taking on Arsenal in one of the biggest derbies in the country. Fans from both sides have been arguing for years over who is the bigger club, and celebrities have also been getting involved. TV personality Piers Morgan told former Spurs chairman Lord Alan Sugar that no Arsenal fan are feeling confident about the upcoming fixture.
We can't beat a team that doesn't play to win.
Let me finish my point.
I'd like you to attack us on Saturday.
Sure. Here's my point.
Then we've got a chance of winning.
I'd like you to shut up.
All right.
So here's my point. I don't think many Arsenal fans believe now that Arsenal are a better team than Tottenham.
Spurs boss Maurizio Pochettino has been watching what he says about star man Christian Eriksen. Eriksen was in top form midweek, hitting a hat-trick to send Denmark into the World Cup, but his club manager doesn't want the other sides approaching the Dane.
I don't want to publicity to match him because if not, you know what happened after. The manager put in the focus to the other clubs, to Christian. I don't want to say that this fantastic player is, okay, he's an average player. It's better, no?
3 managers are expected to be asked if they'll still be employed next week at today's Premier League press conference. Sean Dyche and Marco Silva are both being linked with the Everton job, whereas Tony Pulis has already been asked if he should be shown the door at West Brom. Pulis has reacted to this in typical fashion.
People say, the football's been boring, it's been this, that and the other. The last 2 home games have seen 9 goals scored. You look at the league and you can pick 4 or 5 teams who have scored less goals than us. And one of those teams is my hometown Bournemouth, and everybody tells me what great football Bournemouth play. It's just what you have to put up with.
England's women have failed to bring home the Ashes as they slumped to defeat by the hands of Australia. Our cricket correspondent Jaleh Dincha has more on the game and the problems England faced prior to the Ashes.
Unfortunately, England were unable to defend their score of 133 runs. Australia's Bat Mooney was the standout player today, scoring 86 not out. The Aussies made it look easy, winning with 25 balls to spare. It's surprising after England's excellent victory in the 50-over World Cup at Lord's in July. The team was hit with preparation problems coming into the Ashes. 2 friendlies were called off due to heavy rain and England went 4-0 down in the series.
In other sports, Australian Rugby Union coach Michael Checker has accused England players of bullying in the past, but England's coach Eddie Jones has hit back. Jones claims his team will be playing hard but fair tomorrow when the 2 sides meet and seemed confused at Checker's comments.
There's a referee there to look at that, and that hasn't been the case, so he's obviously looking at a different video from everyone else.
Why do you think he's come out and said this now?
I've got no idea, you'd have to ask Michael. I've got his number here if you want to ring him.
Moving to Rugby League, and Australia have booked their place in the World Cup semi-finals this afternoon after hammering Samoa 46-0. Valentine Holmes scored a record 5 tries in a single World Cup game. Next Friday's semi-finals could be against New Zealand or Fiji. A former Olympic champion will be moving into a new sport. Sir Bradley Wiggins trading bike for boat when he moves into indoor rowing next month. He will compete in London Olympic Velodrome on the 9th of December. The 5-time Olympic cycling champion and Tour de France winner retired from cycling late last year. Moving on to boxing, a British star will be making his much-anticipated return to the ring on Saturday night. Carl Frampton was last seen in the ring back in January, but is returning to take on Horacio Garcia this weekend. Frampton's second fight of the year will be extra special as it takes place in his hometown of Belfast. Finally on to golf, now as a former world number 1 has been ruled out for the year with severe chest pains. Englishman Luke Donald was taking part in the RSM Classic this week before being taken to hospital and withdrawn from the competition. Despite being given the all clear, Donald is taking the opportunity to recharge and regroup. That's all from us for now. I'll be back in an hour for an extended bulletin. Remember, you can keep up to date on our website solentjournalism.co.uk. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram.